Hey everyone, Dee here. It's the 28th of September and I wanted to share my wheel of life as part of my video diary today, having a look at where I am now. And so here's my wheel of life. Oops, I'll put it out so you can see all the areas. And I'll just quickly tell you how I scored and why I scored that way. So I'll start with finance. I scored that at a 4. I still have a lot of behaviors left over from when I used to gamble around my finances. So when I get it, I need to get rid of it. I also have a lot of contract work at the moment, and that doesn't pay regularly, so I never kind of know exactly when my money's coming in, so it's really hard to have any kind of budget or any kind of spending plan. So I really need to sort something around that. I have a network marketing business that I haven't been doing any work in, and so that doesn't generate me any finances either. And all in all, I have a pretty crap kind of mindset around finances. I scored myself a 4 because I am taking steps to change that. I'm going to a money kind of course next month to learn a little bit more about finances, how I can get rid of some debt that I have and be able to invest into my future. Personal growth, I scored it at 8. That's my high areas. Been working really hard on myself over the last couple of years, so I feel like that I'm really achieving lots of things in that area, but as always there'll always be more to grow and more to learn, so an 8 for that. Health is at a 6. I'm at a stage of my life now at 45, pretty much spent the last 20 odd years not really doing any exercise, eating a lot of crap, a lot of junk food, a lot of sugar, drank a lot over the years, smoked since I was about 12 or 13, and so my health now, I'm kind of looking and thinking, wow, you know, I find it harder to recover. I'm getting a lot shorter of breath. I can't chase my grandkids around so much, and I really need to start to be fitter and healthy. I had some bloods done. I'm kind of really close to being diabetic. My cholesterol's really close to being in a dangerous range, and so while nothing is majorly severe at the moment, I certainly can't continue on this way. So I joined a gym a month ago, do something to move my body every day. I'm eating a lot better, so cutting processed sugar out of my diet and giving up smoking, so I'm down to about 5 to 8 cigarettes a day, down from 20 to 30, so I'm happy with the progress. But all of these changes, like the sugar and the cigarettes, definitely impact really hugely on my mood and my temperament, so that's had impact in other areas of my life. Looking at my family, I scored that as a 6. I would like to spend more time with my daughter and my grandkids. I don't get to see them anywhere near as often as I would like to, and I'm still recreating, I guess, creating a new relationship with my parents. Sort of had a lot of years of drinking and gambling and living in abusive relationships that has put real strain on our relationship, so I'm really enjoying reconnecting with my mum, and I don't really want to repair our relationship. I want to make a new relationship like that we can move forwards with. I still have some problems with a couple of my siblings, and I don't get to see them so much. I'm planning to see a brother that I haven't seen for a couple of years next month when I go to Sydney, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So family's about a 6, like it's better than average, so that's a you know, a really long way ahead of where it has been in the recent past. Relationships in general, I scored it as a 4. I don't have a lot of close friend relationships. I have a lot of people that I know, but I always kind of feel like I'm just on the outside of things. I don't know whether that's something within myself that I need to get out more and put more of myself out, because I definitely tend to draw away from people and become much more insular, especially at times when I'm in need and I'm not coping really well with life. I definitely pull away from people, so I need to spend a lot more time getting out, meeting people, maybe going to more networking events, and just meeting a whole heap of new people. I work by myself, I subcontract, so I don't have any work relationships. that are meaningful or important to me, and certainly nothing that gives me any great joy. And I'm not in a personal relationship at the moment, so a 4 for that. My social life is even worse at a 3. I don't do a lot. I go out to a couple of my extended family events, and I pretty much don't do much else. A lot of that's related to my finances, and I have a real sticking point in that I get really stuck in the fact that there's nothing I can do because I don't have any money, which is not actually true, because I could still have a social life. So maybe looking at ways that I can maybe visit more friends, see more friends. I already talked about going to maybe networking events, going to the gym, maybe talking to people instead of just staying within myself, and maybe doing some more events myself. Yeah, I really need to have a social life, so I need to look at what kind of things do I like to do, and I don't know, not a lot like springs to mind. So I really need to have a look at developing myself a social life, and maybe as my relationships in that increase and I'm out and about more, I'll also have more of a social life as well. My attitude in general, I scored for 7, because most of the time I have a pretty good attitude. I start my good day with gratitude every day, and I really do want to always be focusing on what's positive about the situation. What have I learnt from it? What am I aware of? How can I change that for next time? What responsibility did I have in it? And, you know, sometimes just letting things go as well, because you can't always be in control of how other people react to what you say and what you do. And so I'm in general a lot better with my attitude. I still do have a real times where I hit absolute rock bottom low and find it almost impossible to drag myself out of that. And I would like to work to getting that a lot more even tempered, so I didn't have this really high low thing happening with my attitude. And my career at the moment, I scored a 3, because I don't like the contract work that I do. I don't get any enjoyment out of that at all. I do other things that I just do because they pay me money, and I don't necessarily like them, but really focused on the finance at the moment, so not on my career and what do I really want to do. So I've been spending more time doing things that I don't like to do that pay me money, rather than building my dream job and really working on things that I want to be spending more time on. So I need to sit down and have a look and really clear myself out, because I also find that I'm spread way too thin. I have way too many things that I'm doing, and at the moment I don't feel like I'm doing any of them well. So that's me, that's my circle of life, that's my starting point. Happy to share it all with you. Here it is again, so you can just have a look and see how it looks. I wouldn't like to have that on my car at the moment, because I don't think that it would be driving too far. But as with everything, it's a starting point. So it was really good awareness to do this activity yet again and see the progression from last time, and I'm looking forward to progressing even forward. As Julian always says, awareness precedes change, and this is a really great activity to really be aware of your own self, because this is all just about how you feel. It doesn't matter about how much money you have or how healthy you are or how many friends you have or that. It's about how you feel about that particular area of your life and how satisfied you are with that area of your life, with what you already have in it. And if you're not very satisfied, then it's a way to have a look and see what changes you need to make in order to have your 10 out of 10 life. Like, what does your 10 out of 10 life look like? Because that's what you've scored this against. You know, that's what I've scored this against, is what my 10 out of 10 life would look like, what I really want to have from my life. This is how I've scored that. So it's a really great awareness of where I'm at this point in time. And while I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm certainly a long way forward from where I was, because at one point in time I don't think any of my areas of the wheel of life reached a 2. So I'm really pleased with my progress and happy to share it with you all today. Be kind to yourself and everyone you meet today and every day. Look forward to talking to you all again soon. Bye bye for now.